Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Monday, May 3rd, 2021. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. Man, May Day was spectacular. Despite no judging, the town really went all out. And I've got a pretty busy day today, but I will find some time to toss up some photos at eyeonannapolis.net a bit later. Be sure you check them out. I got some really great shots of the great flowers all around town. And the weather really held out for the first Sunday Arts Festival. So hopefully you got out to check out one or both of them. But anyhow, it is Monday. Groan. So let's just get right into it. The Anne Arundel County Police are investigating a rape that happened up in Glen Burnie last week. On Friday, they released some details. At 10 p.m. on Wednesday, a woman was waiting for a ride on Elk Ridge Landing Road. She was picked up and driven to the 6300 block of Ritchie Highway, and the driver pulled around back and pulled her from the car at knife point and sexually assaulted her. The suspect is only described as a dark-skinned male approximately 25 to 30 years old with short hair and a goatee. He was wearing dark pants, dark shirt, and a dark hat, along with tennis shoes. He left the scene driving a dark-colored Hyundai. Now, I contacted the police to see if this was a ride-share situation or a private ride, and they said that they were currently investigating it, and they couldn't say whether it was or wasn't. Police are asking anyone with any info to contact them at 410-222-4732. The Capitol reported over the weekend that Vice President Kamala Harris will be the graduation speaker at the United States Naval Academy later this month. Graduation is scheduled to be in person this year at Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium on May 28th. However, attendance will be severely limited, and it is really never open to the general public. Congrats to our friends at Bay Village Assisted Living and Memory Care. No, not for successfully navigating the muck that is the Annapolis permitting and inspections process, but that does deserve congratulations as well. But this is much bigger. Their facility has been certified LEED Gold, which is a huge badge of honor for a sustainable building. Notably, they nailed it on the site development, water savings, energy efficiency, indoor environmental quality, and material selection in construction. So congrats to John Deegan and the team at Bay Village. And this makes me happy when I see more normalcy returning. But this one might need some action from your part sooner rather than later if you're into it. The public tours of the Thomas Point Lighthouse will resume again on June 5th. Generally, they only offer them 2 days per month now through October, which is 3 tours a day. So if you do the math, 4 months times 2 days times 3 tours, that's 36 possibilities to get out there. Now factor in rain, now factor in the reduced capacity for COVID safety, and this is probably an experience that fewer than 300 people will get this year. If you want in, you want to go to the Annapolis Maritime Museum and Parks website and reserve a ticket. Their website is amaritime.org, or you can get them at the incredibly long thomaspointshoallighthouse.org. And it types out a lot longer than it takes to speak. You can get your tickets there as well. And I just want to note that this is not a drive-by or a boat-by kind of a tour. Tours actually leave from the Maritime Museum, and you actually dock at the lighthouse, climb up into it, walk on the walkway, climb up into the light room. You really get the history from the beginning to the current day from the outstanding docents that will be there to lead you every step of the way. I've done it a number of times, and it is a fantastic tour, and I can guarantee you it's one that will stay with you forever. Finally, did you catch the local business spotlight we dropped on Saturday with Mac from Luna's Steakhouse? I'll tell you, I just get hungry thinking about them, and I need to get over there soon. But that history is fascinating, and up this week we went a little bit of a different tack, but it's also very interesting. We spoke with Dr. Jason Taxi, who is with Maryland Oncology and Hematology. I do have a few bonus pods to drop as well. One is on keeping the blues alive with the guys from the Chesapeake Bay Blues Festival, and another about the Herndon Climb with the authors of a brand new book, so you want to make sure you keep your ears open. All right, that's it. But first, a quick thank you to today's sponsors for the Daily News Brief, Solar Energy Services up in Millersville, and to the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster company. It is Monday, so of course we have Anne Alsina from CovingtonAlsina with your Monday Money Report. And congratulations to Anne because her daughter just committed to go to, and I may screw this up and she may kill me, but University of Florida. And as we have always, George Young is here from DC MDVA Weather with your locally forecast weather. George, Anne, and all the rest are coming up in just about 60 seconds.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. With all the talk of energy resilience in the news recently, I'm surprised there's not more talk about solar plus batteries, especially since 1/3 of all of our new residential solar projects include a battery backup system that provides instant energy security and peace of mind. And with incentives in place for battery backup, this investment is now more affordable than ever. With financing rates as low as 0.99% and plans offering 18 months same as cash, it's now easier than ever to go solar with no money down. Financing creates an easy bill swap scenario where you replace your electric bill with a loan payment, allowing you to build equity in your own personal energy supply. Don't wait for your next power outage to act. Contact us today at 410-923-6090 or visit us at solarsaves.net to learn more about solar with battery backup. Don't wait another minute. Sunshine's a wasted.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DC MDVA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DC MDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DC MDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Monday, May 3rd, first full week in May 2021, and it should be a typical springtime week after a very nice start to the month this past weekend. Look for temps today in the 70s along with breezy winds and a chance of some PM showers and maybe even some thunderstorms with some showers and storms likely later tonight into the early portion of Tuesday with highs tomorrow in the mid-80s to maybe 90-plus degrees in spots across Anne Arundel County with more showers and storms possible Wednesday with a cold front moving through with highs Wednesday upper 70s to mid-80s ahead of the front before sunshine and 65 to 70 on Thursday followed by mid to upper 60s and another frontal boundary on Friday, bringing an additional but small chance of some showers before a great weekend ahead with sunshine in upper 60s to mid-70s both days. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DC MDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there. Stay healthy and be safe, and be sure to get our free app on all of your devices by searching DC MDVA Weather in the Apple or Google App Store. And also be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and use our website each day by visiting DCMDVAweather.com. so you can always stay weather informed.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt of the Kristi Neidhardt Team from Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster company.
Going through a real estate home sale or purchase is a very personal and sometimes stressful experience. Hi, I'm Kristi Neidhardt. My team and I are committed to working with people both buying and selling homes in all price points. Whether it's giving you a competitive edge while buying a home or negotiating the best price and terms while selling your home, we always have our clients' best interest at heart. Our goal is to provide exceptional service so that you will recommend us to your friends and family over and over again. Serving people is a passion of mine, and it's what my team does best. That's the Neidhardt difference.
That's another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt. To get in touch, call 410-295-6579 or visit kn-team.com. That's kn-team.com.
You work hard for your money. Is your money working hard for you? Managing and investing, it can be confusing. Anne Arundel, a financial planner from CovingtonAlsina, has been helping people make sense of it all for over 17 years. Are you ready? Now here's your Monday Money Report.
This is Anne Alsina of CovingtonAlsina with your Monday Money Report. Last week, we saw the S&P 500 set 2 new record highs before declining on Friday. For the month of April, the market was still up about 5%. So far, reported earnings for S&P 500 companies are nearly double what was expected. Earnings season continues next week as remaining companies report their quarterly earnings. We spent the last few weeks discussing stock options and grants, as well as employee stock purchase plans. Another impact of company stock can occur when you own company stock inside your 401k or other employer-sponsored retirement plan. There are some unique tax advantages under the rules of net unrealized appreciation, or NUA. Remember that distributions from your traditional retirement accounts are taxed as ordinary income, whereas gains on investments held in non-retirement accounts, capital gains tax rates are currently lower than ordinary income tax rates. So receiving capital gains tax treatment saves tax dollars. NUA treatment allows you to pay ordinary income taxes on the cost basis of employer stock in your retirement plan, and capital gains taxes on the gain. For example, George retires from Spacely Sprockets with $500,000 of company stock in his portfolio. At the time the stock was added to his 401k, it was worth $250,000. George has a choice to make. He can just treat all of that like any other 401k, taking distributions as needed to finance his retirement and paying ordinary income taxes on each distribution. George can also choose to move any amount of that stock out of his retirement account under NUA rules. If he moved the entire amount, he would pay ordinary income taxes on the cost basis, or what he paid for the stock, $250,000. The remaining $250,000 would be treated as capital gains and taxed when he sold the stock. The huge advantage here is significantly lower taxes on all of the unrealized gains. The downside is that the full amount of the cost basis is taxed as ordinary income in the year you transfer it. The NUA rules work well when you have highly appreciated company stock, meaning you have a low cost basis and high market value. There are also several rules you have to follow to receive NUA treatment. You must be separated from your employer, reach the minimum retirement age for distribution, have become disabled, or passed away. You also have to distribute or roll over the entire amount of the 401k within 1 year. In addition, it's worthwhile to consider how much employer stock you want to own as a percentage of your net worth. If your company pays part or all of the match in your retirement plan with company stock, or you have the option to purchase employer stock in your plan, it can be worthwhile to discuss NUA options with an advisor and your tax professional, as well as the actions you take when you leave the company. I strongly believe that tax avoidance is every American's civic duty. Your action to take this week is to consider funding last year's IRA or Roth IRA. You have until May 15th to do so. If you're under 50, you can contribute up to $6,000. Once you hit the half-century mark, you can contribute an extra $1,000 for a total of $7,000. Even if you make too much to contribute to a deductible IRA, you still have options worth exploring. More resources and information, including our calendar of educational events, are available on our website at CovingtonAlsina.com and on our Facebook page. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SPC. Investment advice offered through Great Valley Advisor Group, a registered investment advisor. Covington-Alsina and Great Valley Advisor Group are separate entities from LPL Financial. All performance references historical. There's no guarantee of future results. All indices are unmanaged and may not be invested into directly. This information is not intended to be a substitute for specific individualized tax advice. We suggest that you discuss your specific tax issues with a qualified tax advisor. The opinions voiced in this show are for general information only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. To determine which strategies or investments may be appropriate to you, consult with your attorney, accountant, and financial advisor or tax advisor prior to investing. And if you don't have a financial advisor, come talk to us. This is Anne Arundel with CovingtonAlsina.
The Loud Women's Club podcast is a celebration of the opinionated. I'm your host, Melissa Houston, and every week I'm joined by three talented loud women.
I'm Heidi Renee Spencer.
I'm Becca Crane Watson.
I'm Nicole Thompson.
On this weekly podcast, we find and support our voices by discussing the timely issues of society, culture, and politics.
Looking at that crowd of Proud Boys wearing shirts that say, drink, fight, I can promise you they're only doing one of those things.
It's a wild of emotions, friendships, and we lay our truth out there and hope you can relate.
Like, I noticed that my body was different from other people's bodies, and especially the bodies of the girls that I was in school with.
If I am stressed, my body's natural reaction is to stop eating.
You can find the Loud Women's Club wherever you download podcasts. Welcome to the club.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.